Back to MLB 9 innings. We're going to do some more team evaluations. You'll notice a name change. So somebody commented it wasn't 2020 anymore. So I went with a little more inclusive of a name of what we're doing with some of these team evaluations. If you're interested in getting your team showcased, send me a friend request, leave me a comment. Some of the requests weren't going through, not because I had hit 50 friends. I just had too many stale requests sitting in that request box. So need to go through and clear those out. I did some clearing, so we got some requests through. We got 4 teams to look at today. We can start with Mets team. So Super Pat the Boss. Luckily, I know the Mets team options pretty well. All right, so what do we got here? We got a Diamond. This game has been sluggish recently. Diamond S deck. They're looking on the surface like a lot of good players here. All right. We'll start with Cabrera 16, so this is the best option for shortstop. You got a pretty good train on him. Skill set, not too bad. Probably gets on base a lot. You know, training junkie's probably your best silver skill, and prediction's a solid diamond skill. So that'll do okay until you get to probably gold 1 in ranked, I would say. All right, you got Rosario as your DH. Not the best hitting numbers. What about skills? Good set of skills. If we're thinking S tier, A tier, B tier, this is sort of a S minus. So this is a keep for a long time. Good train on it. Yep. So he probably does pretty well. All right, you got legend first base Jeff Bagwell. Power eye and speed. Nice power number. What about the skills? Barrel it up and batting machine. So somebody commented that barrel it up needs 220 between contact and speed to be really effective. So I'm struggling to get there with Hunley. Myself on my Mets team. Here you're 8 short of that number. So you can get there if you're able to eventually retrain to get contact to be number 2. You would hit that threshold. And you can certainly, yeah. It may not be top priority right now. But definitely usable skill set for a long time. We got Wade Boggs. This looks pretty good. Oh, this is a really good train. Look at that. That's really nice. Skills, batting machine, charisma. All right, bet he rakes pretty good. Cespedes 15. Another good train. Got that eye up. Let's see. Charisma, barrel it up. Yeah, so you might see him underperforming. Can you get him to 220? He's much further behind. But it's hard that power number, it's hard to replicate. But see who's doing well, but if and who's not. But if not, that could be the reason. We got Jay Bruce, solid outfielder, slugger instinct prediction, good combination. And how's our train? Yeah, train's really good. He probably rakes. Nimmo, excellent train, excellent train. What do we got here? Charisma, barrel it up. Are we special trained? Yeah. All right, we're special trained all the way. Man, that train is so good though. I wouldn't want to mess with that, even if barrel it up's not working. The barrel it up loves you, doesn't it? All right, panic. Second best, actually third best second baseman now. The Cano 20, I think, is second best. Best is, I think, Walker still. Good train. How are the skills? Spotlight, training junkie, master base thief. Spotlight works, you got a good power number to support Spotlight. Otherwise, his base power is so low. So that probably comes in handy, especially with Training Junkie. Master Base Thief, good third skill. He may suffer, but the Master Base Thief helps other people. So we take that into account. And then Travis d'Arnaud. So this is the guy you're working on. It's hard to do much with him. You'd be either searching for Ramos, who's marginally better, or Hunley if you get him, or have him as gold and GI. I mean, the difference between this and Hunley's pretty substantial. No skills yet, so he probably bats like 100 or something like that, if that. All right. How's the bench? Dom Smith. All right, train. No skills yet. McNeil. Barrel it up, spotlight. Pretty good train. I'm trying to think. I bet barrel up works here. Have you tried comparing him versus Panic? He was only second base. All right. I almost think he's going to perform better than Panic, even though Panic's a higher base. If we're just comparing the hitting stats and how, barrel it up's going to be effective. Power number 2, so you got some support there. I would put, do an experiment, put McNeil at DH for a week. And you got, and maybe, you don't have to go all the way through Sunday, but like Saturday night or something like that, compare the stats of the two. That's what I would do. I would do like sort of a face-off like that to see who's better. But McNeil might be better. Don't be put off by the fact his base stats low. So sometimes when base stats are low, this is not really an example here, but that GI can really change. So it's actually Dom Smith. No speed or fielding ability, so all the GI goes towards contact and power. So low base can be different. So two people of equal base, that's what I'm trying to get at. Two people of equal base, maybe even base power, can net differently based on distribution of the GI. All right, you got JD Davis, decent bench guy. We won't talk about the trained, but I I wouldn't invest in redoing it because eventually he'd probably get pushed out. If you got, I'm trying to think who you got to displace him. If you got vintage or something, who are you going to remove from your bench? It'd be J.D. Davis probably first. Omar Flores. I wouldn't invest too much here either. Conforto. He's new. Conforto 19's the best. Your GI distribution, that's kind of what I'm talking about here. A lot more going to power. So that's worthy of increasing. 19's the best, followed by 20. 18 and 17 are still pretty solid though. All right, pitching. You got Wheeler. It's your ace boss pitching machine, not skilled up. Oh, you must be working on him. All right, Harvey. Touch mess. He's doing good. Good train. Solid there. DeGrom 18. All right, it's the same year as the prime. Touch mess. Good skill set. Lots of stamina. Not much to fastball or breaking ball. I wonder which one. Let's see. If I had to guess which one performed the best. Lighter. Finesse pitcher, pitching machine. Low stamina. And Thor. He's got a dominant pitcher trained to him, and he's got dominant pitcher. I think, if I had to guess, I think Thor is going to be actually your best pitcher in terms of ERA in ranked. Let me know if I'm right. All right, we got the best set of relief pitchers, basically. Are we missing anybody? Well, besides McDowell, vintage, you can't count on getting that. But we got Diaz, who's the best right now. Way too much stamina. Has a great skill set. Yeah, I would completely read. Oh, well, you trained it for dominant pitcher. What am I thinking? But you just got way too much stamina. All right. I wonder how this works. I'm interested to know how this plays out. Certainly, dominant pitcher works good with mess because, all right, you got low location. Well, you give up a bunch of walks and then mess gets triggered. I bet he does pretty good though. It's hard to train. It is getting a little easier to train for dominant pitcher and finesse pitcher with the amp tickets you can get in Master League mode. So that takes a huge burden off. All right, I bet you're trained for finesse pitcher. Let's see. Yes, you are. Right. But finesse on its own, basically, control artist and cleanup killer. That may lag a little bit because you'd want finesse and setup man or win streak or something like that. Clippard, fixer boss. That's top skill set for relief pitcher. Got velo and fastball. that'll do solid. Let's see, Lugo 19, second best relief pitcher. Iron Will, dominant pitcher. Are you trying to train for? Yeah, you'll get there again. High stamina. At the cost of high stamina, you got dominant pitcher trained. Iron Will's good for middle reliever. All right, and Shreve, you're still working on him. Iron Will, finesse pitcher. That'll be good as a middle reliever role. And he trained for it, basically. Or he's getting there. All right, Robles is your closing pitcher. Interesting choice. Oh, but you got win streak and setup man. All right. They only can nerf one, so he probably does pretty good there. All right. Are you free to play? That's what I'm interested in, too. Because if you are, you've put together a really good team. Or maybe you've just gotten a couple of the GIs. You haven't bought any SIGs yet, but if it is a free-to-play team, you've put together a nice free-to-play team. All right, moving on to Zika babies. All right, we got Boston deck. S deck, you got a Keuchel Sig as your 25th. All right. Good start here. Jackie Bradley Jr. A solid card here. That train. This must be a redistribution ticket. Look at this train. This is probably the best train I've ever seen. Skills could use some work. Legend I don't know, it just doesn't perform that well. And Master Base Thief, it's a good third skill, but then you're really just relying on Legend. Charisma, Master Base Thief. Then you're just relying on charisma. So if he doesn't get on base, Master Base Thief doesn't become active. So I'd love, ideally it would be like charisma, prediction, something prediction, Master Base Thief, so you could get on base. All right, Devers, batting machine, barreled up, trading junkie, solid skill set. Probably a little too low on the speed for barrel it up to really become active. JD Martinez, batting machine legend. That's okay. I mean, it's like a lower tier skill set, but it's not horrible. Batting machine, training junkie, same thing. Cespedes. Nice train on him. Training junkie, batting machine. Okay, skill set. Charisma legend. This is where I was sort of with the Astros team a couple months ago. It's going to be tough to get to D3 on these skills. This guy needs a retrain. Charisma, fast. Yeah, no. Needs retrain. Needs new skills. You're basically playing charisma alone, and everybody nerfs charisma once you get mentor, so becoming less effective than it was. Charisma prediction. This will be. This will be solid skill set. An eventual retrain, not needed right away. Troya. Slugger Instinct Legend. Yeah, sort of a mid-tier. Not a mid-tier skill set, but sort of A minus, you know, if you think S being the best. You're working on, you got Chot Nixon. Ramirez. All right. Let's look at our starting pitchers. All right, you got Porcello. Touch mess, good skill set. All right, here's your ace. Good train on him. All right, now you got Rodriguez. Touch ace. Step down in skills. Here's a really nice train. Giant Killer, Last Boss. So Giant Killer and Last Boss work against each other. So Boss brings down the OVR of the opponent. Well, Giant Killer's only active if your OVR is less than their OVR. So Giant Killer only works better if it's paired with like something like Untouchable. All right, Lester. That was a good year for him. Boss Pitching Machine. That does well until mid D3. I'm sort of my next project for Thor. He has that, but he's now kind of my worst starting pitcher. But it's still not too bad. It's like 2.3 ERA. Boss Touch. Yeah, if you can get a skill reset ticket, that might be a good use of that. Ace Pitching Machine, Setup Man. People might have taken the Setup Man to 6. It's nerfed some, but not too much. I think win streaks nerfed a little more. Sharpshooter, dominant pitcher, Giant Killer. How's the train on him? Not a good train. The only way you can get away with low location is if you have mess as a skill. Otherwise, he's going to get beat up pretty hard. Low, Setup Man, Finesse Ace. People like, I think Finesse Pitcher over Ace for sure. So I might have taken Setup Man and Finesse Pitcher to 6. Barnes. This will get beat up. This kill shot is at best an okay third skill, but it just seems to increase strikeouts, does nothing for ERA. And then you got Workman, Boss, Mess. This will play well for a little while. Too bad you can't get Mess to 6. So this is where a lower location works all right, since you got Mess as a skill. So all right, so I bet you finish probably gold 2 a lot for ranked. That would be my guess. All right, we got the Mike Complin. We got a Diamond Mariners deck with a Seaver. Oh, I want the Seaver. Boss Touch Ace. Nice skill set. Nice train too. He's not your ace though. All right, you got Fernandez. We'll start with pitchers here. All right, good train. Probably like to get that stamina down at some point. What skills you paired with? Well, you got Pitching Machine to make up for your lower fastball, breaking ball. You got Mess. I had, PMS for a while on a couple guys. It's not bad. When I got to D3, it started to sag a little bit, but it'll last a while. I got boss mess here. Great train. Look at that, stamina 3. Was that a redistribution ticket? Or is that just lucky? All right, we looked at Seaver. I want that Seaver. All right, good train here. Dominant pitcher, untouched, and all right. So this is where kill shots, a solid third skill. Finesse and setup man. Are you trained for? Are you trained for it? I think. Let's see. Was it 15? So you might be getting the bonus once. I'm trying to think about it, but that definitely. What was it? 15? Something like that. I should remember. Yeah, you're like 18 different, so you probably should be getting the finesse pitcher bonus. So that's good. Diaz. Boss setup man. I can't complain there. Bass. Setup man mess. Eventually you might want to retrain. A lot of stamina. Carl Edwards. Dominant pitcher fixer. That should be good. You got power pitcher at. See a long-term keeper card. If you have a skill. I wish the skill resets were a little easier to come by. They sort of give you like one a year. Though I've built up a few now. You can get them in the play pass if you're desperate. Boss, finesse pitcher, giant killer. That'll work. As your middle reliever. All right. Fixer and inning eater. I would just go for different skills on this. And then putts. Ooh, that's good. I think a lot of people probably would have taken win streak up to 6. I know untouchable the blue looks pretty, but win streak is really powerful as a closing pitcher. So again, if you have a skill reset, maybe consider that. I'm sure he does well now. Sometimes, and I'm using air quotes here, deficiencies don't become apparent until you get a little higher up. Then you'll start seeing, because you're being dragged down by other things. You got some skills on your, so far so good on your batters. Healy. Batting machine. Seager. Sick. Batting machine. You got some good skills. Did I skip Cano? Good year for Cano. Machine Spotlight. Brad Miller, Charisma Training Junkie. Seen that before. All right. Prediction Spotlight. Good. Again, a skill reset ticket. You need like 14 of them. Oh, nice train. Look at that train. Whew. That would be a good barrel it up train. But Oh, and we'll see the I is real low, but prediction should help that out. I think there's not necessarily the perfect all around train. I think we're getting into where training and skills, there's an intersection between them. So, um, the same, I went him, the same train for different skills doesn't necessarily work. All right, here's where barrel it up. He should just be doing well there. He's got naturally high barrel it up potential with the high contacts and the high skill, high speed. So barrel it up is going to work really well here. Versus somebody else. Fielding, if we can get that fielding down. But no, I like the skill set, and Carr works real well here. So I keep him, and then Gamel, batting machine, ace killer. So this is your probably one of your weaker cards in ranked. Anybody substitute? Why not? Be almost tempted to put in Dyson. What about him? All right, so I bet that Dyson would do better. Just my guess. You need to get his power up, though. That's the only problem. Slugger's probably not going to activate too much. Slugger Legend. Again, real lot towards speed. All right. Some guys that are really well done. Some stuff you must be working on. Let me see. I bet you finish. I think you finish goal 1 on this team. You're probably playing to get in there at the end. All right. Let's lastly look at the Green Eagles. We have a team deck, maybe B team deck. All right, so we'll start with pitchers because I see DeGrom here. This train might be okay if you have pitching machine. Nope, you do have finesse pitcher. It's sort of not trained for finesse, but that's okay for now. Boss finesse pitcher, cleanup killer. And it's DeGrom, so can't fault him there. All right, Dom pitching machine, golden pitcher. Okay, trained. Decent skill set. Tanaka, boss dominant pitcher. I do like that combination, but he is trained for a finesse pitcher. That's zero. So I have wondered, is it better to train for the bonus, or is it better if something fills in the gap? So here you have a finesse pitcher train, and maybe dominant pitcher fills in your weak spots. So I'd be interested to hear how he does. All right, we got Scherzer, pitching machine mess. That'll do well for a while. I mean, so I wouldn't bother with changing that. Greinke is one of my favorite pitchers. Touch, of course, you need a reset there. He had a good year that year. Chapman. Aroldis Chapman. setup man, finesse piece. Again, yeah, you're filling in. Are you filling in the gaps with finesse pitcher? And I don't think you can retrain him ever to get to be finesse pitcher active. Sharpshooter, all right, so most people would have taken setup man to 6 here. Some people nerf pitching machine. Some people also nerf setup man. So you at least got one of them. I bet he does pretty good though. I would always train for velocity being number 1. Green, fixer mess. I bet he does good there. It's good skill set. Tavio, stability mess. I don't have a good read on stability yet. Nice velo number. So you got location and breaking ball going higher. So that'll help out there. It's probably all right. And Warren, not trained up yet. Giant killer mess. Not really going to do that good. And then you got Dylan Betances. Touch mess win streak. All right, this is a good closer. He's probably pretty lights out. All right, let's look at our batters. We got Jorge Posada. Good skills. Nice leadoff guy. D.T. Gregorius. Now in the Phillies. Good train there. Really like that train. Spotlight, Slugger Instinct. I think this is the best combo right now. If you got to pick 2, especially with high power, he probably just rakes. Tito Martinez, barrel it up, Spotlight. He's probably going to struggle to make barrel it up active. Kind of like the Hundley situation that I have. You just can't get contact and speed high enough without sacrificing power. Then if you sacrifice power, Spotlight doesn't work. But I'm sure you have other stuff to work on. Charisma, Slugger Instinct, Ace Killer. I used to have this card for a while. I think he's in Mentor right now, but good development, good skills. Probably keep him for a while. Justin Turner, Spotlight, Training Junkies, kind of a okay skill set. Great train though. Look at that. Aaron Judge, Slugger Instinct Legend. Yeah, Slugger Instinct's good for him. Is he your arcade batter? Mercer, Charisma, Spotlight. Too much to speed and fielding here. 24, that's really high. No eye. Skill set's on point though. Edwin Encarnacion. Not his best year. Did he retire? Oh no, his picture wouldn't be there. Let's see. So we got Barrel It Up, Legend, Training Junkie. Now I think Legend does help Barrel It Up become active. So it might work here. But yeah, he's more of your home. I think a Spotlight or Slugger Instinct's a better skill set for him. Zobrist. Well, too much to Fielding. You don't want Fielding to be number 2. Or is it even number 1? Yeah. So you got Fielding being number. I would retrain him. So you got a mixed bag here. Some good skill sets. Who's I gonna say work on the most? He probably retrain him first because he's a team guy. Team vintage. Pecking order would be team sig, team prime, team vintage, or any sort of high level uh, regular team card. Here you're probably gold 2 team. Let me know. So, all right, that'll wrap it up for this. Hope it was interesting. Got some good teams to showcase. Talk about where to make improvements to. I think a lot of people. I hate when people put something on Facebook or Reddit, be like, "Oh, how's here's my train," or something like that, and it's like, well, oh, it's bad. It's like, well, some trains may be okay if there's something else better to work on. So it's all relative. We have finite coins and reset tickets and skill change tickets, and it's about prioritizing. So if I was going to prioritize, let's say a train on Mercer, skill wise, I forget who I looked at. Probably can't go back through. He was good. Maybe him. Warren, probably. 66 base relief pitcher is going to be pretty good. And maybe him. Yeah, I don't think Barrel It Up and Legend are going to work too well. So that's what I would make my priorities. All right, that'll wrap it up. Let me know if you want your team showcased next. Probably can do it every 2 weeks or something like that. So, all right, happy grinding. Later. Bye.